Alright guys, what's up? Today I'm going to do a little bit of a guide on Rain. Obviously the game hasn't even been out for a week yet, so I'm not going to sit here and claim that I've mastered him, but I do have a good fundamental understanding of the character and where his strengths and weaknesses lie. So I'll go ahead and start with some of his normals. As far as his pokes go, his down one's alright. It doesn't have as much range as it looks like, but it's alright. Down 3, probably his best range poke that he has. His down 4 is trash. It's insanely short, but it is pretty quick by down 4 standards, but it's just too damn short to be useful for a down 4. He's got his forward 2. His forward 2 is his best mid. It's 13 frames. This is the full string right here. As you can see, the second hit of that is a low, so if you use a cameo like Scorpion, you can do some mix-ups there. But as far as mix-ups go, I much prefer to use Frost because he has a double overhead launching string, which I can go into this, do some cool little meaty setups with the portal, boom boom. So you can go from overhead to overhead low. That was a reset, but you get the point here. You can also spend a bar on the special, although I don't recommend it because the damage isn't much better than doing forward 3-2, and you need 3 bars to break in this game. But the double overhead is safe on block, so it's something that you can just kind of throw out there willy-nilly without worrying about it, and as soon as somebody starts reacting to the double overhead, we can go into the Frost cameo. Scorpion can do some cool extensions with his fireballs with Rain, but in my opinion, it's just not worth losing the 50-50, the pressure and chip damage, and then, the trap. So I much prefer using Frost with Rain. I find that they synergize very well. He also does have a true 50-50 outside of just the Frost cameo, because his back 2 is actually a low, and it's got pretty good range, and you'll notice Rain kind of goes backwards, and on block it's like super hard to punish, even though it is pretty negative, just because he does take a step back. Only problem with this is you have to react to it really well, or just know that it's going to land after you've conditioned him with overhead, so we can go back to into this, boom 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 boom. You get the gist. Boom boom. There we go. 31% off of a low. So for somebody that's classified as a zoner, he's got really good mix-up potential. He's really well-rounded. His buttons are not great though. Like he struggles with like Johnny Cage, for example, dealing with his pressure. What I will say about Rain is like he's got some moves that I just don't find to be that useful, like this one right here. Not a fan. Don't really use it too much unless I land his projectile from full screen. Get some easy, 18% right there just off of landing a projectile. But his best tools for zoning. His projectile is not that great in my opinion because it's so slow, but you can charge it like I said, and you can also cancel it for some pressure and mix-ups, which is cool. But he also has this water bubble, which makes him immune to projectiles, and you can meter burn it to make it last longer and make it follow you. This is good because it actually kind of hides what you're doing. It's kind of hard to tell. So I can, do my projectile. I can actually charge it up, and this hits way more than it should because it's kind of difficult to tell what I'm doing at this point. But what I like to do is if I'm full screen, I much prefer to throw this portal down because it allows me to close the distance, get my portal setups going, and this is in my opinion where Rain is probably his strongest. His stand 4 goes full screen. You charge it, you can combo. Pretty cool stuff right there. You can also cancel it, but I don't necessarily find that to be very useful, especially when you can cancel this after strings. There are cool combos that you can do primarily with Scorpion with this, but they're really just for flash. I don't really find them to be particularly useful. You can do stuff like boom boom boom. This isn't optimal either, but it's just an example. So there's some cool stuff you can do with that. It's not a long normal. It's actually way shorter than you would think. Like I have to be directly in his face for this to land. But it's cool. It's an option. But as far as his B&Bs go, oftentimes you're going to be confirming off of the forward 2. So if I land this forward 2 and I want to spin the meter, we can use the upflow special. EX. Boom, boom, boom. Easy 34% pretty much right there off of 1 bar. And if you have Scorpion, you don't really have to use meter. You can do like 2-1-1, and then have Scorpion come in and shoot the fireballs and continue to extend it from there. But like I said, the damage isn't great, and in my opinion, it's not necessarily worth sacrificing the mix-up potential that Frost gives you. But yeah, this is the game with Rain. Like, if you're full screen, you're good. If they jump, air projectile. If they're just sitting there, you can just use this. If they're stand blocking or not blocking, you can hit your jump ins from full screen, damn near. So, that's pretty much the gist of the character. I don't find his teleport to be that useful. I don't really use it that often, so it's kind of like whenever Raiden can just teleport full screen instantly, I just find this teleport to be kind of shitty and not worth using whenever you have to set up 2 portals. And it looked like in the trailer you could EX it to have one immediately go full screen, but that doesn't seem to be the case in the full version of the game. So, that's just the gist of Rain. Give it a try. Let me know what you guys think. I wish I could pin strings and specials like you could in MK11 to show you guys the combos, but I'll probably just put the inputs on screen. Jump 2-4-3, stand 2, go into the geyser. This move right here is also his armor move. Boom, boom. So you can do that on wake up, and that's pretty much how you're going to be ending all of your combos, unless you want to go into the meaty with the portal. This works on new players, and it works on even good players occasionally, but they adapt to it pretty well. But it is a good way to make them block after wake up and keep your pressure going. So anyways, that's a quick guide to Rain. I don't think I really forgot anything of significance, but this isn't meant to be like a mastery guide to the character. This is just kind of some guidelines on where his strengths and weaknesses lie. You're going to want to work your game from full screen with your portals, and then when you do close that distance, you want to get your mix-ups going. Like I said, I think Frost Cameo is by far the best option that he's got right now, but who knows, the game's still new, there's all kinds of stuff we haven't necessarily figured out yet. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. If you want to learn any other characters, let me know, and I'll make a video on them, and have a good day.